Hello and good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching from, and welcome to this particular episode whereby we are going to talk about the difference between patient and hesitation, especially when it comes to trading. So, what you need to understand is that patient makes traders profitable. Okay, so it is the game of trading is all about patient, and hesitation it keeps traders stuck. And where is the problem coming from? You need to realize that most traders they can't tell the difference between patience and hesitation. So both patient and hesitation look the same from the outside. You are waiting, you are not entering, you are not you are watching price as it moves. Okay, so those are similar characteristics. You are waiting, you are not entering the trade, and you are watching as the price moves. But internally, hesitation and patience are completely different things. And in this video, I'll be breaking down how to how to know whether you are probably being disciplined or just you are afraid. Okay, because patient is part of discipline, but hesitation is part of fear. You need to differentiate that, right? So this video is for traders, especially those who miss trades they had planned to take, feel watching the price move without them like it's more of a regret to them. They struggle to pull the trigger, or maybe probably those traders who wonder if they are being cautious or just scared. So if you ever said I'll wait for more confirmation, then this video is for you. And this is the shift that I want you to have even as you get deeper into this particular video. I want you to understand that patient follows rules. Hesitation avoids a risk. One builds consistency, the other build frustration. Of course, patient build consistency, but hesitation builds a frustration, right? So, and what patient actually, how does patient actually look like? So patient in trading means you define your setup clearly, right? You wait for conditions to align, you ignore the noise, and then you accept that some days have no trades, that you don't need to trade each and every day. So what you need to understand is that patient is also calm. There is no urgency. There is no fear of missing out. There is no internal debate. You are just calm because you wait for your plan to materialize, not because you're unsure. Okay, patience is confidence expressed quietly or in a very low tone. Okay, so and then what does hesitation look like so that you can be able to differentiate the two? Hesitation feels different, and this is why you see the setup forming, everything aligns, but you think, what if it fails? Maybe I should wait for one or more candle. What if this is the fake move? I just lost earlier. Maybe not. So that's not discipline. That's hesitation. That's fear disguised as caution. And hesitation usually appears after a recent loss, a losing streak, a drawdown, and overthinking. It's emotional residue affecting execution. Okay. So, and hesitation comes with a cost, because hesitation creates missed trades, that's a cost, late entries, that's a cost, poor risk reward, that's a cost, revenge trading, which is also a cost, and broken confidence, which is also a cost in your trading. So when you hesitate and price turns without you, then frustration starts to build in, and that frustration leads to chasing the move, entering trades late, over risking, and breaking your rules. One moment of hesitation actually can spiral into poor decision making. So the reason why you need to be cautious, are you hesitant or are you patient, right? So how do you diagnose yourself in real time? If you find yourself maybe you are suffering from hesitation. So you need to ask yourself these three sets of questions. Number one, did my rule align? If yes, entry should follow. Okay, so if you want to overcome hesitation, ask yourself, if you see a setup, did my rule align? If yes, entry should follow. If no, then you should not enter the trade. Question number two, would I take this trade on demo without fear? If yes, hesitation is emotional, not logical. Okay, if yes, you realize that hesitation is emotional and not logical. The third question, am I waiting for confirmation that isn't part of my plan? So if yes, you are adding fear-based filters, because patients wait for predefined conditions. Remember, you have your trading plan. You have highlighted all the things that you want to see in your trading plan, so that you can qualify at setup being a plus setup. And therefore, the reason why you are saying that patient really waits for predefined criteria. So hesitation invents new criteria under pressure. So you began developing new criteria that are not even within your trading plan, and this comes as a result of pressure. Okay, so the other thing that you need to understand is building decisive confidence. How do you build this decisive confidence? You need to understand that confidence comes from repetition, not courage. So if you have backtested your strategy, collected enough data, seen positive expectancy, journaled your behavior, then pulling the trigger becomes procedural, not emotional. Okay, entering the trades become procedural and not emotional. So you don't need to feel brave. You need to follow the plan. Execution reduces doubt. Okay, so avoidance is what increases the doubt. So you need you need um, to create a momentum whereby you're consistency, you're following your plan. Okay, because the moment now you start to avoid it, then it increases the doubt, and the doubt leads to more hesitation. Okay, so why am I sharing this? Because this is something that I see a lot of traders suffering from my interaction with different traders, as a trainer, as a mentor, as a coach, and even myself. I remember there are those times that I used to call my hesitation discipline. That I don't really, I'm not really, I can really see a setup, but I don't really like feel confident about that particular setup. So I tell myself, let me wait for an additional confirmation. And then now the trade starts going in my direction, and I start jumping in too late because of fear of missing out. Okay. So, but when I looked closer, I realized that I was avoiding losses, not following the rules. So I developed a trading plan, which I once committed to executing a valid setup consistently according to my trading plan, and my confidence was able to stabilize. Confidence is built by action, not avoidance. So if you find yourself avoiding the markets, therefore you're not creating any confidence. All right. So, and it's always important to differentiate between patience and execution. We said patient follows a predefined rules or criteria or plan, right? But hesitation, it does not follow any predefined criteria, rules, or plan. That's the key difference between the two. So what you need to understand is that patient is equals to waiting for your rules. Hesitation is avoiding discomfort. Therefore, patients will feel calm, but hesitation feels tense. There is a lot of pressure, there is a lot of tensing. Patient also helps improve consistency, but hesitation delays consistency. So if your setup aligns, then execute. Ensure proper risk management and have that mind of probability. Remember, traders think in probability. Not all trades will unfold. Not all trades will unfold according to your plan. Not all good setups or A plus setup will be profitable. You have to understand that. Okay. And you think in probabilities. Remember, clarity helps eliminate internal debates. Okay. So I believe that was powerful. You got something from that. And in the next video, I want us to talk about why backtesting fails most traders. Because data is powerful, yes, but the way most traders use it, it creates false confidence instead of the real edge. All right. So if you want to catch more of that, then see you in the next video.